Guys, it is your boy Smurfy back in the video for the Convo Kings YouTube channel. Just wanted to make a quick video on my reactions to the Call of Duty Worlds, not Call of Duty, sorry, Halo Worlds this past weekend. I know I'm like over almost a week late, but I just had a lot of work and I haven't had the energy to do it. I was going to do a more in-depth video, but maybe I'll just see if that's something you guys maybe want in-depth on, because that would take a lot of time. But let me know in the comment section if you do want that. But basically, just wanted to go run down. So I was basically right. My guess was Optic. They took second place, and the teams I said that would give them the biggest problems gave them the biggest problem, which was FaZe, and then that was the one that I anticipated would be the issue, and then the slang was the issue, because I mean Bound and Royal 2 just popped off, and Optic just could not get it back together after winning the first two map counts in the championship match. So, and then they got bracket resetted, and then they just get swept again. They called timeout, which helped a little bit, it seemed like, but just ultimately they just couldn't get it together. This was Optic's event to lose because they did beat FaZe prior to getting to the championship. So, I mean, they played a pretty good event. Formal didn't finish with a 1.1. I don't think. So that's part of why I said like they needed to have 1.1. Well, he may have had it the whole weekend, but not that finals game. He did not. He did not. He needed a 1.1 to win. More surprisingly, though, it was Trippy not having a good game, or really a good weekend. He just kind of like, I didn't get to watch every game because of work, but there was some things that every time I watched a game or was able to watch some of the matches, he just didn't seem to be like himself, and he was kind of lagging behind in like the slang department, which they kind of rely on because ABG had a pretty good event, honestly, in reality, in the slang department, but he also does his normal tasks of like OBJ work and like rotating, all that stuff, that all the dirty work for this Optic team. So, I mean, they underperformed, but I mean, they lost to a really hot team that got hot at the literally the right time, and on Championship Sunday they got hot. So, congrats to FaZe on it. It's kind of hard because like I still have a couple minutes, so I wanted to kind of maybe briefly touch on it. For changes, I mean, the top three teams probably shouldn't change. If any team does, it will be Optic, because I think they have the most they need to figure out, whether it's Trippy or Formal retires potentially. Like, I don't know, Formal didn't look like he was as into the finals as like, you know, as he normally is. I don't know. And Trippy just looked bad, and he hasn't been great all year. He's been very up and down this year versus the first season of the HCS. So, but I wouldn't see the issues. I wouldn't know who to replace him with. So you really can't make a move right now. I probably will wait and see how Season 1 starts. There are a couple people that did seem interesting over the weekend, but I wouldn't make a hasty decision, especially in this game, and wait until like the meta settles with the new weapons and new maps. Obviously the other two teams are good. I think there'll probably be some roster changes for most teams. The only one I would say that shouldn't make a change would be the Sentinels roster, because the two additions they've had in Falcated and Boo Boo Doo went really well, in my opinion. They looked a lot better than they have in like past events. They didn't finish crazy well, but I think they just looked better. So from like an eye test and like playing. So I hope that they can kind of just like stick together and see how they work. Because like a lot of times, like especially with Halo and really any of the shooting games, is they move on so quickly from these teams, and they move on from like their makeups, like that they don't have a chance to really get their team chemistry down and be able to perform at a level that they can potentially perform at, but teams are just too quick to move on. So I hope that they can do that, and it's one team I'd be looking out for Season 3. So that will be a team that I think will be a pretty good one as well. If you guys want me to do a whole breakdown on like who should move on from what teams might look good, I can definitely do that. I actually might even do it anyway, because it does interest me. HCS was very interesting this past weekend with Season 5, which I'll do another video on. It's got a lot of people excited, especially in the Halo community, with what the game has to hold for the future. And the changes they've made, including with hopefully the Bandit Rifle making an appearance in Ranked, will become more of like a consistent thing for ranked play. So we're at a pretty good spot in Halo, and I'll probably do a video on Season 5 once I played a bit more. I put in a lot more hours than like past seasons, so this is off to a pretty good start, and so I'm pretty excited to see what is going to happen moving forward with the game. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Reactions. If you guys want me to do anything else regarding like rosters or breakdowns, I can go back and watch some of the games you guys want me to, and see what I think should change. But this has been your boy Smurfy, and I will holler at you later.